I'm J Rhodes, and we on Beats Behind the Beats.
Say Cheese TV exclusive.
Well, I got to go back to college. I went to UNT, University of North Texas, and initially I was an artist, and then I started producing because the guy that was producing for me at the time left school, so it was really out of necessity. But one of my homies, man, he came through, and I wasn't even in that mind frame at first. It was just something that I was loving to do, that I was trying to hone my craft. He was like, man, your beats are dope, man. He was like, how much? And I think that's when it rung the bell. I think I was 20 at the time, and I was like, how much? And I didn't really know. I said 50, you know what I mean? And that was cool for a college kid, sell a couple beats for $50. So that's when I knew that it was a profitable industry and not just something that you just do for fun. So that was the first beat I ever got paid for, $50 when I was 19 to 20 years old.
Right. So who all have you did work with?
I've worked with some of the more notable names: Slim Thug, Thi'sl, Talib Kweli, and Black Thought, all on one track. Game, Dondria, Rhymefest, lots and lots and lots of artists, and then a lot of artists on the way. I would love to tell you, but just stay tuned. Let me just say it's as big as it gets, though.
Right. So how did that come? Did you email them some of your music, or did they reach out? How did they come in contact with you?
Well, just to be totally honest, some of them was direct contact, because with Dondria, that was the homie. When she first came out a little bit ago with You're the One and all that stuff. She was artist Nee Taylor that I used to work with. She was her homie, so that's how that happened. Slim Thug was a weird story, you know what I mean? Because I didn't even know that the beat was used. But short story long, that was just through some of my work with another producer, and that ended up happening. So that's another story. But everybody else, some of the other big names, I got through my big homie in the production industry, S1. I'm on his production team, and that was a blessing because he pretty much just reached out to me, saw the work that I was doing, saw the moves that I was making. He liked my music, and not only that, he liked my spirit. And so that pretty much was really an honor, because we up to that point, we really weren't working together like that. We just showed each other love. He was just doing his thing, and he got the power track and he skyrocketed. And so that just was a blessing for somebody that, that just took that kind of leap to notice me and look at me and want me for my talents and everything that I can bring. So that's what happened, and we've been working ever since and doing a lot of work together. Logic is my main. It's the hub for everything. Everything comes through my Logic. Logic is like my brain, the brain center of all my production. Then I got my machine. I got everything Native Instruments you probably can imagine, and just a whole bunch of VSTs, weird VSTs. I try to do something weird, every 3 beats I'm usually buying or finding another VST to use, because when you do that, it keeps your sound fresh. It's almost like being a kid in the candy store, and you know how that excitement you get on Christmas morning is that excitement that a producer has every time he makes a beat with something new. So that's why I think I try to do that. And in my beats, I want them always to sound fresh, new, and exciting. So that's kind of a trick that I use.
Right. Describe your sound.
I say the core of my sound is 2 things that I really want to always be: versatile and epic. Versatility comes in, I can make something quote hip hoppy or something. Just the cliche, trappy, and all this other stuff. And it's I like to do every kind of thing. I don't want to be pigeonholed as a producer, whether it's a beat for a movie score, whether it's something R&B, whether it's something pop. I just want to make good music, and I want my sound to be associated with dopeness and not just with sounding the same. So I think epic is my favorite word, because I like to make big. I joked with one of my old business partners before. She was like, "You don't make beats, you make movies." You know what I'm saying? It was like, ha ha ha. But she said that, and it stuck with me, because that's what I always wanted to do, is make, in essence, a movie and not just a beat, something that controls your emotions, Most recently, I would say Lord Knows, Just Blaze. That's just something, because I like beats where even some of the biggest hits today, as a producer, you hear the beats and you like, man, I could have made that. You know what I'm saying? There's no knock. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear stuff whether it's some of the compositions that Justice League makes, whether it's something that, you know, Ninth Wonder makes, or whether it's something, if I hear something, or whether it's Timbaland or somebody, and I say, how did they make that? You know what I mean? And that rarely happens. And when it happens, that's when it's like, as a producer, it's one of my favorite beats, because it boggles your mind and it makes you go back to the drawing board to get better. So Lord Knows most recently was that for me. And I can just go through a lot of Timbaland catalog and I feel that same way, you know. So
right, so Timbaland is probably like one of your favorite producers?
He's one of my favorite. Just Blaze is up there. It's one of my favorite. I have so many. I went through different phases as a producer. So Ninth Wonder, I went through a Ninth Wonder phase where, you know, I was kind of doing a lot of stuff, you know, Ninth Wonder based. Kanye, of course, you know, being an artist as well, starting off as an artist, Kanye gave me, you know, the kind of perception as a, you know, artist slash producer on how to, you know, do things that way. So Kanye is a big inspiration and influence of mine. I mean, it's so many dope producers, and I can't name them all. And, you know, of course I can't name them all in this video, but I'm influenced by so many people, and I think that's why I would say my sound is so varied and versatile. Some of my favorite artists, let's just say, I guess just naming some of my favorite artists. I love the whole TDE camp, you know, Kendrick, Ab, you know, J Rock, Q, all those guys are great. Really, but some of the people that I can honestly say, it's a lot of people that I want to work with, but the people that stick out to most to me are honestly some of the vets. I mean, like Ye, Jay, man, it's so many. Luda, it's T.I. I mean, you know what I'm saying, Rose too, but I can go on and on and on, and even outside of that, like Adele, you know what I'm saying, that'll be something awesome, somebody awesome I want to work with. And then there's a lot of dope up and coming cats that I want to work with as well. So man, let's work. I think what you have to do is like not really follow a formula too much. I don't listen to the radio too much. Like I do, you know, in essence, just kind of get some things, but just make music that comes from within you, because everybody's different. No two people are alike, so honestly, no two beats should really in essence be alike. So I think just simply make the music that you hear in your head. Of course, you gotta, make it to where, you know, people can interpret it and understand it, but just make the music that come from you, and I think it automatically will be different, you know? I think a lot of times people get caught up in, oh, this gotta sound like this, oh, I gotta do this, I heard this before, or whatever, but take elements of that and just let you shine through in your music. Well, I mean, some, no matter what, no matter if, you know, have gotten a big payday from a major label, some artists just due to the watering down of the game think production is free and they devalue the producer. But with my brand and what I built, that doesn't fly over here. So it's more like people just assuming, you know, not with me so much, because, you know, when you build your brand and, you know, people know that that's not how you get down, they kind of know that. But still, I think with a lot of producers, people can attest to the fact that they assume that production is free, and it's not, because people, you know, people have to eat off that. So that's really the only, it's a lot of other pet peeves, but it starts with me, what's your budget? Like, of course, I'm not gonna charge an independent artist what you would charge someone with a, you know what I'm saying, with an Interscope backing. But if someone comes to you, they humble, they real, and they're trying to work, you can work with people. So that's the whole thing. It's like, this is a business, and just respect the craft the same way you respect anybody else's craft. So that's the biggest pet peeve. But I mean, you can get through that just with being militant in it. Nope, you know.
Say G's TV exclusive.